I really hate to recommend this Pixel phone, but, well, it's pretty good if you can get it at the right price, and that is the Pixel 8a. So, a lot of hemming and hawing when this phone first came out because they want $499 for it, which I was like, okay, this is astronomically ridiculous because the phone's not worth that much money, and we know it's going to go on sale and it's going to be cheaper very, very soon. And they're just asking too much money. The price have crept up for so long. It long gone are the days of getting a $350, $399 brand new A series Pixel. But there's a lot of stuff this one brings to the table. It has 7 years of operating system updates, 7 years of security patches. It has the Tensor G3, which, if you look at it on a $900 phone, you might go, yeah, that's not a very good chip. And you can say that all you want. But in a $400 phone, it's a fantastic chip. And it has a 64 megapixel camera, the 13 on the front. And overall, it's one of those things where, yeah, when it first came out, I was really pissed off about it because I'm like, this costs too much money. But I did say back then, the phone on its own merits is not bad. And when you can get it this fall for $399, it'll be a really good deal. And I know I'm parsing hairs here over $100, but when you look at a phone in the $300, $400, $500 range, $100 means a lot. But when you look at last year's Google flagship chip, the Tensor 3, which by all accounts was a pretty decent chip. I mean, it's not the most amazing in the world, but it's decent enough when it comes to power, performance, battery life. I mean, heck, it's in the Pixel 8 Pro and the Pixel 8. So in a Pixel 8a, that's a fantastic chipset, and I absolutely love this green color, and it's a beautiful phone. The dimensions on it are nice. You've got a 6.1-inch OLED display, 2000 nits brightness, 120 hertz refresh rate, 1080p display. This is the same brightness level you get on the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. So, I mean, still pretty darn decent there. And it's got 128 gigabytes of storage, 8 gigs of RAM, and it's got IP67 dust and water resistance. It's got Gorilla Glass Victus 3 on the front. It's got like plastic back, which is fine. Like, nobody really cares about that. Put a case on if you're that worried about it. But yeah, it's got a lot of great things going for it if you can get it for $399. It was $399 last week. Like a week ago, it was like $399. Right now, you can get it for $449, which is still an okay deal. Not as good as $399. But what I want to talk about this for is because we're getting to that point in time of the year where people are really starting to look at, okay, what's going on sale? When are the deals coming? I'm trying to save my money, trying to pre-plan my fall purchases. And, well, everybody knows the economy's trash. I mean, everything, the inflation's through the roof, and prices of everything are ridiculous. I mean, shoot, I went to go get 18 eggs the other day, $6.22. Granted, that has to do more with like the bird flu and they had to cull a bunch of birds. But anyway, yeah, the egg industry is hurting right now. But there's a lot of things in life right now that cost a lot of money. So a lot of folks aren't necessarily scrambling to go get $1,000, $1,200, $1,300, $2,000 phones. They want a good phone that has a good camera, that takes good, reliable pictures, quick, fast, and in a hurry. They look great, and you want a nice day-to-day performance experience, and this checks all those boxes. 128 gigabytes of storage, check. That's perfectly fine. And then you've got the Tensor chip, I think at $400. I don't think anybody's going to bat an eyelash at that. That's a tremendously good chip for a budget mid-tier series phone. And the Pixel 7a, this is basically got the same camera as last year, and it got tons of accolades last year. So it's still a good chip. The selfie camera is perfectly fine. I mean, are the cameras on here as good as the Pixel 9 Pro? No, they're not. But you're going to pay basically about $400 for this phone. If you wait, I guarantee you when it comes to Black Friday, this thing will be $399, if not $379. You can currently get it for $449. And I said this when the phone came out. As much as I griped and I complained about the price, I said, look, this thing will be a good deal when it hits $399 this fall, this holiday season. It's already done that once a week ago, and just keep your eye on it because I guarantee you once we get into the week of Black Friday, you will see this phone for $399 again, if not even maybe a little bit cheaper. Depends on how aggressively Google wants to move these things. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think we're still going to get a Pixel 9a next year, which we've already seen the leaks and stuff like that. So it's almost a certainty it's going to happen. But the Pixel 9a will have the Tensor 4, which will be a fantastic chip. The Tensor G4 that's in the Pixel 9 series phones, I think, is a tremendously good chip. And it got the new modem. It fixed some of the heat and the battery issues. So they did a great job, I think, with the Pixel 9 series. But they also bumped the price up to the same as the iPhone at $799. That's a lot of money. And I was saying before we got to this territory that, look, to make the A series viable, you can't have a $499 A series and then a $599 regular phone or $549. Like, you could get the Pixel 8 for $499 before this phone came out for $499. So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, they've got to really work on the pricing, or they've got to either make the A series cheaper, or they got to make the regular one more expensive. And apparently they went with the regular one more expensive option, because $799, $999, $1099, and then this guy right here, like I said, currently $449. Beautiful colors. I think this green color, I can't remember what it's called, lime green maybe. It's one of the aloe green, that's what it is. One of the coolest green colors I've ever seen in a phone. They've got some other cool phone colors as well. But yeah, the selfie camera is pretty good. The regular camera is pretty good. Great for the price. Under the screen fingerprint scanner, that's nice. And then it doesn't have the fastest charging in the world, but you do have 7.5 watt wireless charging. So you can at least do wireless charging with it. You can get some pretty cheap cases and accessories for it, which is also a nice bonus, because if you get a cheap phone, you want to get cheap accessories. You don't have to go buy a $40, $50, $60 case or whatever. You can get screen protectors all day long on Amazon. So yeah, we're getting to the point of the year where when this phone came out, which it came out in May, I was like, look, this is not a good deal now. It will be a good deal later. And we're in that territory now to keep your eyes peeled, keep it saved in your basket on Amazon, or keep it in your watch list with Best Buy. Those two places usually mirror the prices. And as this thing gets down to $399 again, I think that's the target price. I think that's the strike price if you want to go ahead and pick one of these up. And I think if you get one of these phones for $400, you're going to be very happy with it. And again, it's going to be supported for 7 years. What kind of $400 phone has a last generation Google Tensor flagship chip and gets supported 7 years of operating system updates, 7 years of security patches? This sucker is fixing to get Android 15 as soon as it gets launched next week. And then it'll be nice to kind of evaluate that and see where we are with that too. Because, it's always nice to get the cool stuff. The new operating system always brings some neat new stuff, tidies things up. It should add even better battery life. And I feel like the battery life was already pretty good on this one, especially for what you get with it. It's a nice, thin, sleek, slimline phone. And it has a lot of positive things going for it if you can get it at the right price. Again, I think $500 was too much when it came out. And I think Google never really intended to sell too many at $500. I think they're doing a lot of what Samsung does now, except not giving us the greatest deals up front. But they're being more aggressive when it comes to their marketing and their sales tactics, and being aggressive with dropping prices at key times when people are shopping to try and move units. And I think that you'll be the one benefiting from that once we get to the holiday season, Black Friday, all that stuff, and even around Christmas. So this is going to be one of those great holiday deals, holiday phones you're going to find over the next couple of months. And then, of course, after the new year, they'll jump the price back up to $499, because then they're like, look, if you want to buy it, you can pay full price. But anyway, yeah, it's been a good phone. It's a good phone. It's solid, has a lot of great things going for it. And if you can get it that $399 price point when it goes back, or even $449, like I said, when this phone came out, I was not happy about the $500 price tag, but I said that it would be better later on, and true to my word, it's here. And evaluated on the merits at that price point, there's not much that really beats it, especially when you take a look at the other offerings. Like, we've got the S24 FE, which is pretty expensive phone, significantly more expensive than this, and both of them supported for 7 years. But if you can save a couple $100, this might be the budget phone to get this holiday season. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, all that stuff, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.